Alright then, ready? And
Yeah.
hello everyone to our Rookie Rollers group, where a bunch of us rookies roll dice and play some of your favourite pastime games. As you can see, this session is our final episode in a weekend away mini campaign. Just to give you a quick backstory, our players, after our last episode, finally completed their final room after very quickly working out the final puzzle, eventually freeing one of our adventurers from their coffin, seamlessly almost getting burned alive, and grabbing the final key. To which point they heard a very aggressive voice, not pleased with their recent passings, asking them to come join him upstairs in the room that they were previously told not to go to. As they made their way up the stairs, they found the house starting to burn down around them. In a quick moment, they chose to make it into the study room that only just became available to them. As they came into the study room through some very quick thinking and some very successful rolls, they found some possible objects that may help them in these future events. As they quickly dashed out the room, both seamlessly shirtless for some reason, Milo chooses to take initiative and throw Richard on his shoulder, pacing up the stairs, putting the keys in the lock and bursting through the final door. As they make their way through the final door, they are sitting in a cold brick hallway, stairs leading down to a room not noticed before. Slight sconces flickering beside them as it goes down. They've spent their time sitting here, organising their thoughts, saying a quick prayer, getting their equipment ready. And that is where we will start tonight's session. So boys, you know where you're at. You've been preparing for this. You said your prayer. You stood up. Is there anything else you'd like to do before heading your way down the stairs?
I think I just kind of turn to Richard. I'm just like, I'm ready for answers and some margaritas. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm ready to kill this fool, man.
Oh, wait, I didn't say all that. Just some margaritas.
So as you slowly
Let's
make
do it.
your way down the stairs, Milo, as you're making your way down, thoughts come to your head of recent suspicions you have had after a phone call you overheard in the main room, followed by notifications on your phone and voices throughout the house. You're getting thoughts back to your marriage, back to your wife back at home, thinking about whether everything was true, whether she truly loved you, whether it was all a lie, whether it was all a setup, whether they're working together. Lots of thoughts go through your mind, and you're kind of really struggling to put it together. Richard, you see Milo kind of a little bit distressed as he's making his way down the hall, and the same thoughts kind of come over to you. You're thinking whether this has been a massive setup, whether this was intentional for you two specifically, or whether you were just accidents, whether this is purposely made for you, whether you were just next in line, you were just next ones picked, whether you were convenient. You try to think of how this could end, and you're thinking of both positives and negatives are crossing through your mind. But you're struggling to see a light at the end of the tunnel. You're struggling to see what will happen after, if you are successful. And this is kind of both what's going through your mind. And as you're making your way down, you come to the left turning, and it's pitch black. You can't see anything. You're looking round. You can only see maybe 6-7 inches in front of your face. And you look around, kind of silent. Is there anything you do in this situation while you're here? You do notice, I will say, you do know straight away there is an echo. There is a large kind of echo in this room.
I still have my lighter, right?
You still have your lighter, yes.
I kind of turn it on to give us a light.
Yep. You turn on the lighter. Doesn't give you much light around this room. You see the stone flooring kind of making its way forward. You take a few more steps forward before you are blinded by a light that's directly in front of you. You kind of have to obscure your eyes a little bit, and you have to wait for your pupils to kind of adjust. And as they adjust, you see a male humanoid figure standing on a kind of platform. You see him lit up. Behind him is a very elaborate box, intricate design on it. You quickly discern that this is Bastion himself, that greeted you on the first day of entering this house. However, he is not as presentable as you met him first time. He is... his hair is slightly raggy, kind of off to the side, bits of hair curling down in front. His clothes are not as neat and dressed up. They're a little bit raggedy as well, thrown over the place. Shirt is undone, tie done down. Waistcoat is undone. Or vest, sorry. He's kind of stepping. He's got a little bit of a hunch to him. A little bit of a twitch as well. He looks... Anyone make a perception check if they want to. I'll say both of you make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oh. I'll let you...
was 17.
17, nice. And we'll just wait for Richard here.
I am intense. I'm focused.
You're kind of keeping in keen out.
7.
7. So you're still kind of blinded by the light a little bit. You've had to put your hand up to kind of like shadow the light through your eyes. Milo, you look up and you see a guy stressed out. You see he's a little bit unstable. He's not as held together as what you first saw him. He's a little bit frantic. His hands are kind of shaking a little bit. He's hunched over. He's like he's trying to be presentable while also hiding frustration. And as you are both there and the light kind of shines upon you, he looks down at you. He's like, "Hello, boys. Thank you for joining me. It appears you've been an interesting bunch, you two. Slight parasites, I'd say, but that's rude of me. My apologies. I should not have underestimated you. But please, 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 come forward. And he's kind of ushering you to walk forwards a little bit. Come, don't be scared. Come on, come. Trust me, this will be fun.
I kind of slowly walk forward and I'm looking around. I was told there were going to be margaritas.
You think you're so funny,
I don't see any.
You think you're funny.
This is not a joke. This is the least. I'm joking. I seriously look at these margaritas. The amount of stuff that you put me through. I would like a margarita, please.
He puts his finger up quite aggressively to shush you. He's like, just stop talking.
Will they get me a margarita?
He kind of slams his hand down. And he kind of calms himself. Strokes his hair back a bit. It's still frantic. It's still hectic. And it's not neat enough. But he's trying to neaten it up. And he's like... How about one last game? Yes? Good. And he snaps his fingers. And 2 more spotlights shine to the right and left of you. You immediately see 2 glass cylinders with steel bars kind of going up every so often to kind of look like to hold the glass in place. And you see a lid, a steel domed lid on top with a screwing wheel. And as you look at these 2 glass cylinders, On your left, you see a hunched over, slightly quite old gentleman, kind of hands tied together, shoulders slumped, head tilted down. You recognize this as David Fatch. Old servant, David Fatch, the old servant that was helping around the house, and the guy you knew from your workplace, the janitor. He's just tied there. Anyone make a perception check on him if you want to. I'd say actually, yeah, perception or insight, whichever one you want to do. Perception or insight.
I got a 14 on perception.
14 on perception. Okay, what about you?
Perception. Let me see. Perception. I got a 13.
13. Okay. So you're both looking at him, and it's very obvious he looks defeated. There's no panic. There's calm. But he just looks defeated. Shoulders slumped down. Even when the light shines on him, he kind of doesn't react. He doesn't flinch. He just. He doesn't even look beaten up in a way. He's just defeated. And that's kind of what you guess. And that's on the left. On the right-hand cylinder, you look across and you see two females holding hands, their foreheads kind of resting against each other's, eyes closed, and they're kind of just swaying back and forth, both kind of lips quivering. A bit of shock as the light shines. On them, you see this, and then they kind of quickly go, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And they look towards you, and you instantly recognize these two females as your wives, trapped in this cylinder. And as they immediately see you, they let go of their hands, and they're on the glass. Go, Richard, Milo, get us out, please, get us out. And they're just banging on the window, asking you kind of what's going on. Make a perception check or insight check, if you want to, on these two.
Oh, I must be angry, because I only got a 6.
6?
Yeah.
So 6, and what did you get, Richard?
I got an 8. I got an 8.
An 8. So you kind of look at them, and it's kind of thrown you off the shock of just seeing your wives here, in this glass cylinder. But you again, it's just throwing you off and panicking. It's just beating in your ears and around your skull, and it's just throbbing, and it's really throwing you off, and you're kind of like stuck in this situation. Now you're kind of worried what's going on. As the light shines, you see Bastion standing up at the top on the platform again. He's like, soon. Real soon. As he's stroking the box. And he kind of then turns back to you and goes, you know these three people. It appears they have quite a connection to you. Since it's not you two that wants to play these games, let's see if the others want to play. Well, and he's like kind of looking at them both, and they're both staying silent again. David stood there, he's kind of defeated. He doesn't really even look, he kind of gives a... And he's just fully defeated. He's not even trying. And again, you see Bastion's kind of stood up there, he's like, boys... Here's the predicament. Both tanks will fill with water. I'll let you choose who you get to save. Have fun. And dashed it and snaps his fingers once again. The light fades on him as he disappears out of sight, and immediately you hear as water is now rushing around the sides of the inside of this glass tube, and is starting to get higher and higher and higher, rising up around them, both at the same time. Immediately you see two levers appear in front of them, and you can kind of quickly clock on if you pull a lever, something will happen to that cylinder. This is now leaving it up to you guys. What do you want to do?
We
I
should
trying
pull the
to.
cylinders. We should pull the levers.
I run. I run to one. You run to the other. You can go for the. You go for the wires. I'll go for David.
Okay. And you
So
tell me when to. You count down when to pull it, and I'll pull it.
All right, on 3.
Okay.
There.
Count.
1, 2, 3, and then we pull the levers.
Cool.
As you go to pull, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
God dang it.
Dexterity saving throw.
At least I have a +1 to them.
I have +2 on that.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
So I got a 15. I got a 15.
15?
I got a 3.
A 3.
Oh my god.
So as you go to pull, it kind of locks in place, and you hear. Richard, you are quick enough to kind of quickly move your hand out the way, but Milo, as you're trying to work this out, an electric shock goes through the handle and shoots you back. I need you to take 2 points of damage, please.
Oh my god, where am I at?
How far back did you fall back?
He got pushed back about 10 feet, kind of shot him back. And you hear this.
So I'm running over to him right now to make sure he's all right.
Okay, so you run over and you see his hands. He's still kind of twitching from the shock. Hands are a little bit burnt, not too much. They've got a little bit of a smell to them, being toasted. He's kind of like still shaking and trying to get the jolts out of him. You see the water is now rushing round faster and faster and faster. It's starting to rise up. The girls are kind of panicking, and you can see as they're banging on the window, they've kind of got their hands held together as well. Again, David is just stood there. He's defeated.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything else around the area?
You can do. Make that perception check then. As you're doing that, I'll just quickly say that as you go to pull the lever, as you get shocked back, you hear Bastion over the kind of echoing voice around the room. He's like, no, don't cheat the game. I said you could pick one. I said, who would you save? Don't try and cheat now. This is not for you. Play properly. And then it cuts off.
I got a 10 on perception.
10 on perception. Is there anything particular you're trying to look at?
I'm just trying to see if there's any other option to break the glass or.
This room is kind of emptied out. There's a lot of there is kind of a bench and there's a work table. There's no windows because it seems to be an underground area of some kind, just made of brick. You're looking at the pipes. There are clear pipes, steel pipes leading into the glass, and that's what seems to be feeding the water around into the glass. And you're looking around. You're also looking at the glass, and the glass looks pretty thick. I mean, you could have a go with that perception check. You could have a go, but you have no idea how long it will take you to break the glass, or to make anything that would cause an effect. At the moment, it's kind of you've got kind of like screws, toothpicks, ice chisels. You've got a lot of hooks, like meat hooks, and stuff like that. This does not look like a traditional workbench with, like for making or anything like that. This looks like quite a disturbing workbench, as it were. You do see dark red crimson kind of sprayed over these tables as well.
Would it be possible to take like one of those hooks, throw it around the pipe, and have me and Richard pull on the pipe until it busts to kind of stop the water? You
can do. So yes, are you both doing this? Are you doing this as well, Richard?
Well,
I throw the idea to you. We either save one or we try to save both. What do you want to do?
The water is filling up higher and higher. The water's now to about just above the waist.
Just above the waist. Well, this guy who we work with, how long have we worked with him?
This is a yes or no, man. We got 2 seconds.
It's not. I'll kind of.
You want to say
for
both?
Questions for questions like that? I'll pause the timer a little bit. As you kind of look back, not too long. He's been there for a while, but you've not really interacted with him a lot. He's just been a presence there. You've not really mentioned or talked to him. You've said the occasional like hello and had the conversation of how are you and stuff like that. But it was more like as you go past, you're right. As you kind of go past him, there was nothing really there. there was no deep bond, there was no deep connection there. It was more like you kind of felt sorry because he was defeated at the auction piece. But that is all really.
I say we just let him go, bro.
You say that, I kind of grab you by the shirt, pull you in, and I kind of get real intense, and
I
I
don't
want
have a
to.
shirt on. I don't have a
Oh,
shirt.
you don't have a shirt.
You're
I
both
go to grab your
shirtless.
shirt, and I grab air. I just get real close to him, and I'm like, I am tired of this man winning. This whole time we've been playing his game. For once, I want to bring this back on him. Help me save both of them.
If it gets past the shoulders, man, I gotta give it to my wife.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's go.
So we're gonna try to pull these pipes down with the leverage thing.
Okay. So you grab the hooks. You pull in a pipe. Make a strength check for me.
With the help action, because we're both doing it, or
Yeah.
I would say either both of you make individual strength checks, or one of you can do it with advantage.
do you have a +2 to your strength, or do you have anything plus to your strength?
I have +3.
You have +3.
Yeah.
You do the roll, and I'll give you the help action since you have a +3.
Yeah. Okay. So that means Richard, you now have advantage on this roll. So roll 2 d20s. Add your roll 2 d20s and take the highest number.
So just hit your strength twice, basically.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So the first one was 8.
An 8. Okay, but you've got advantage, so you can hoping this one gets higher.
Take the second one.
Come on, come on.
Is it 12? Total 12. The next one.
Total of 12. You're both
Yeah.
yanking on this pipe, and it's not budging.
It's not enough.
It's like wobbling and bending a tiny bit, but you are far away from breaking this pipe. Water is now going up to the chest. As they're both kind of as they see you kind of pulling on the pipe, they're both kind of like they've immediately stopped banging on the window, and they're just looking at each other, holding each other's hands, head kind of both foreheads touching. Make a perception check if anyone wants to.
Okay.
You got it, Milo.
Alright. I mean, I would still roll just in case I don't get a high number. Like, yeah, I got a 7. Roll.
Okay.
I got a 7. You roll it. You're just like
Yeah,
kind of
a little
nudging.
bit
It's like,
on me.
bro, look.
Wow.
Look, bro, it's not good.
So again, you're trying.
I
You're
got
kind of
a-
looking at the situation, but
I
this
got a
whole thing's
10
flustering you.
for perception.
A 10. You're
Yes.
as you're looking, you're kind of yanking on this, and you're looking at them and think, it's something's there, but you can't quite work it out. There's more important things going on. So you kind of, it's kind of something like, never mind. And you kind of go back to yanking. Are you still going to try and yank on the pipe?
Do we have enough time to... Does it look like we have enough time to do one more try?
It's around up to the chest. You can try again if you want to. You can certainly try.
Yeah. And... Richard, you got the +3, man. That's gotta help us some way.
Okay.
You got the +3.
So you
I only
want
have
to
a
try
plus
this
two.
again then? You want
Yeah, one more time, and if it doesn't work, we're going for the wise.
Heard that. All right. Say no more. I get 2 rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
+3.
Okay, so the first one is 16.
16.
And I get 2.
You get 2 rolls. You have advantage. He gave you the help action.
So one more.
12. Next
So
one is 12.
what was the highest one again?
16.
Is that including the bonus?
Yeah, plus
Yep.
3.
You're yanking on it, and you feel like you're putting more weight into it and more power, and it's bending slightly a little, but still not enough to give any effect.
Alright,
It's now coming up to the shoulders.
We run to the wise and pull the lever.
This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So as it goes up to the shoulders, you go to the wives one. You yank it down, and you hear a coo. Their water stops spinning. It's still circling, but you see it's not going any higher. And immediately the glass in front of you shatters, and they come sliding out onto the floor. They're both kind of looking at each other.
Can I quickly turn to David and see if there's anything I can do for him?
You look at him, and he's kind of gives you a look, and he's like, and then kind of turns away and doesn't look at you. You can make a perception check if you want.
Please, we got a good perception. I want to see this guy.
Okay, so I'll say that as you're looking towards him, I would say your wives kind of get up and be like, and they immediately rush towards each other. And they're kind of holding and hugging each other, and they're like, it's okay. And they both kind of pull each other away. And Richard, you look at your wife, and she looks back at Milo's wife, and she goes, it's okay. It'll be over soon. And then Richard's, your wife, is kind of looking back going, I know. And they both turn towards you.
Mm.
And as you're getting, what was your perception check?
A 13.
A 13. As you're kind of looking around, you see the lever. Nothing seems to have changed. You didn't hear any large clinks or locking mechanisms.
Is the water still rising?
So the water's still rising. It's now kind of above the mouth. And he can't seem to lift his feet off the floor because he's got his hands tied. He's just like,
Can I try pulling the lever?
I would like both of you to make dexterity saving throws. Milo, can you do yours with disadvantage, please?
Ooh, how do I do that?
Disadvantage is the opposite of advantage. So you roll the dice twice, and you take the lowest number.
Ooh. Oh no, I got an 18, and then an 8. Oh.
Which one are we doing? Dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw. Milo has to do it with disadvantage.
I got a good first throw. It was an 18 for my first one and an 8 for my next one.
What was it? What was the second one?
8.
Yeah. 8. Oh.
Why you do this to me?
Okay.
Why you do this?
And Richard, what did you get?
I'm gonna roll right now. Do I get 2 or just 1?
Just 1. You get normal.
Why do I get the disadvantage?
Oh, the internet's a little slow right now.
No worries.
Okay, I got a 2.
You got a 2.
You did worse than me? Jeez.
So as you're kind of looking at your wives, Richard, Milo, you're not looking at them. You're kind of focusing. You're kind of trying to see if there's any way you could rescue David. Richard, you look at your wives. After looking at each other and consoling each other, they turn and look at you. Milo, you feel a very sharp, very painful stab in your upper shoulder that goes right through the shoulder blade, and you feel this pain. Like, oh. You look down and you see an extended ice pick coming out of your shoulder, and then quickly retract. And you take 3 points of damage.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
3 points of damage.
I'm at 3 health.
Dude, you lost a finger and everything.
Richard, you see both of your wives charge up towards you, and immediately just thrust an eye pick through your stomach, and you take 4 points of damage. As you kind of turn back, and they both look at you, just, we're sorry. He made a promise. He told us. We're sorry. And they're going to go both thrust at you again. What do you guys want to do as they're now charging towards you?
Screaming at them. I'm asking them what's going on. Why are you trying to attack us?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
He's doing that. Could I? I'm just gonna go for a donkey kick because I have 3 left, 3 hit points left. I'm trying to get them away from me as much as possible. I'm severely hurt.
Yeah, make. Okay, we're doing this then. All right. Make an attack roll. So roll a d20. Just roll a flat d20.
Oh dang!
Roll a
I have
flat.
3 health left. I can't.
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Risk nothing then.
You can see now he's just heavily bleeding out of the shoulder. So
15.
Made a 15. That hits. Roll a d. Oh, what does it say? What's your strength modifier?
The +2 or the 14?
The plus. So the +2. So you do 2 points of damage to them as you go and kick them, and you get your wife square in the jaw. And it kind of like dazes her and throws her off a bit. So she kind of like riles back. What did you get? Sorry, Richard, on yours, on your persuasion check.
For the persuasion, I got 12.
12. So you kind of say that, and she's like, and shakes it off and goes straight towards you. Make another dexterity saving throw. We're getting into it now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I got an 8.
Jeez,
you got an 8.
Dude, you're gonna be right there with
So
me.
you try and jump out the way, but the ice pick still scrapes across your abdomen again. She's going for the same wound. You take 1 point of damage. God, very lucky there. Again, it only just skims across. So you take 1 more point of damage.
It's their turn now, right?
So
or did they just go?
what we're gonna do now is we're not gonna roll for initiative, but we're gonna kind of take it in rounds and turns. So that was their go. Let's say Milo, what do you want to do?
I want to kind of subdue. Could I go for a grapple?
You can do. Make a strength check.
Okay. Come on, strength. I'm not feeling it. I got a 5.
5. Let's see.
It has to make lower than a 5, right? No!
First roll. My first roll of the first D20 roll of the campaign is a nat 20.
Oh my god!
So you go to grapple, and she just like throws you off the side and throws you to the floor. Not successful again. These you can see there is panic and desperation in their eyes. Not the same women you recognized, but they are them. They are your wives, but it's just, their whole demeanor is different. They've changed, not in a way that's demonic or possessed. They've just, something's going on there. So you try and do that grapple. Yep, failed. So now we're going on to Richard. What do you want to do?
Well, she just attacked me even though I tried talking to her. So, and Richie just now stumbled to the ground.
I'm Milo.
Milo just
You're
stumbled
Richie.
to the ground.
God, you got hit pretty hard.
Switching the names up.
You gotta be quick.
Right?
What you gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna try to do the same thing that Milo did because I don't want to hurt her. So I'm gonna try to also subdue her and pin her down in some sort of way.
All right, make a strength check.
Attack her. Okay. Come on. I don't want to hurt her. Oh, I got a 13. Oh,
A 2? You went from a 20 to a 2?
Yep. So you go to grapple her, and you just full on rugby tackle her, like doof, kind of lift her in the air a bit and scrape onto the floor. And she kind of slides down. She does with that. I will say she drops the ice pick, and drops off to the floor, and over in the distance just rolls off a little bit. And you've now got her pinned down to the ground, and she's kind of like hitting and slapping you in the back. So that takes on to. Is there anything else you do? Like anything you want to say or anything on your turn? Or is that it?
Yeah, so I got her pinned down at this point, and I'm yelling at Milo, and I'm telling him, get up and grab the ice pick, quick.
Okay, so you're kind of like holding there, you hear him say, get the ice pick, dude, get it! And you see it kind of like rolling off. So that's the girl's turn. So the one that's being grappled is going to attempt to break out of the grapple, so make a strength check for me.
Okay.
Get that +3.
Yeah. Nice. 18.
18.
Ooh.
Easily, you're just holding this grip down. She's not going anywhere. She's again now going to try, and the other wife is going to now try and see if she can slash and attack at you. So make a dexterity saving. Well, she actually.
Has Milo gotten up yet? Has Milo?
Well, it's not my turn. It's not my turn yet, so I haven't really.
Well, it's no. So Milo's still on the floor. I'm gonna see. Let's have a look. Okay, so she immediately sees that you've tackled your wife to the floor and got her held there. So she turns. What is the name of your wife, by the way? What would you say your wife is?
I'm gonna call her Cassie.
Cassie. So you see.
Cassie.
So Milo, you see your wife kind of like turn around and get ready to charge towards you. She quickly turns and goes, Cassie, and just bolts over there, and she's going to take a jab at you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please?
Me?
Sorry, Richard.
Yeah,
Richard.
Oh,
Richard,
me?
she's coming for you since you've got Cassie now.
Oh, okay. Dexterity.
So it's 2 rolls, whichever is the lowest.
Yeah, you can have this normal. You can have this normal, but it will cause you to let go.
Okay. So the first one I got was 9, and the second one I got was 6.
6. So you have to take the lowest. Okay, then. So you take, as she comes over and just drives the toothpick deep into the side of your ribs, you take 4 points of damage.
Oh no, I don't think I have that.
Where you at?
What you at?
Where you at?
I'm at 3.
What is it? What is
You
this
go down?
after?
After that damage, I'm at 3 now.
You're at 3. So this skin kind of
I'm at 3 too.
This gets wedged deep into your side. So you're kind of like, "Argh!" but you don't let go of that hold. Luckily, and actually, roll a strength check to see if you actually keep hold.
Okay. Strength.
Oh, come on.
I got a 15.
15. Yep. So you're kind of like, "Argh!" and because of the pain, it actually causes you to squeeze tighter. Cassie try and breaks out, and you kind of keep hold of her there. She doesn't wriggle anywhere. So we'll now go to Milo. Milo, you've just seen your wife charge up and stab your best friend in the side. You see the toothpick off in the distance. She's not even focused on you. What do you do? By the way, you're now seeing David.
Okay.
The water is now filled the cylinder, and he's like, it's now gone from the point of defeat to automatic instinct of survive.
I think I'm going to go for a Hail Mary, and this may be crazy because I have a negative to my charisma. I am going to run to her. Oh, I'm echoing. Hello?
We can still hear you.
Okay. I echoed for a second. I'm going to run to her, kind of throw her off, and then I'm gonna say something, but I'm assuming I have to see if I am successful with throwing her off first, right?
Yeah. Since if that's the order you want to go in, unless you want to say it first, then you can say it. But if you want to charge and push her off first,
I think I'll say it first, and that way it's already like said.
Okay. So what do you say as you're kind of looking at the situation?
I hear like from deep inside me, I say, enough! We get it! You're in love with her, aren't you? You and Cassie. You guys have been in love with each other for a long time, and I've been blind to it, and I know that I try to fight it, I try to hide it from reality, and I know it's true. I see the way you look at her, how you've always looked at her. But does that mean you have to kill us behind it? If you ever loved either one of us, this will end now.
Make a... I'm trying to swear. There's a thin line here whether I say this is persuasion or intimidation. I would say make a intimidation check.
Oh, thank you.
Just because you're being very... I'm going to go with that since you started off with like, hey, and you're trying to be very demanding.
I got a 15.
15?
Oh,
so as you scream out, you see your wife with the toothpick, or with the ice pick, dove straight deep into Richard's ribs. You see her let go, shoulder slump, head down. She kind of responds to you, not even looking at you, just... We made a deal. Years and years ago, he promised us everything. We could be together, we could be alone, no one would have to bother us. And you see now tears are starting to kind of, a trickle starts to come down and drips in front of her. But as soon as we entered this, we knew it was either us or you. And I'm not letting this go. But I don't know what to do. And she immediately just drops to her knees. You see Cassie is now looking at your wife, Milo, and is now not struggling as much. And just kind of like started crying with her. What do you boys do?
You're holding her, so you...
Yeah, so I asked her, can you ready to help us out? Help us get out of this together?
She looks to you and goes... Doesn't even say anything, just nods. I
immediately run to David.
You run to David. You see him. Drift back. Are you pulling the lever?
Yeah, I'm trying again.
Okay.
Maybe I can resuscitate him.
So this is as you go to pull a lever. He just just as he bellows out these bubbles. You pull the lever, and he comes sliding back down again. And he...
I immediately start to do the recitation.
Okay, make a medicine check for me. As he's laying there now.
7.
You're getting about 10, 20, 30 seconds in. Nothing. Are you trying again?
I'll try. I'll try as many times as I have.
Okay, try again. You know, as
14 this time.
From Coleman knowledge, you know that you've not got long. You luckily went over to him just in time. If you had left it any longer, it may have been out, but you kind of saved a bit of time. What did you get on this one?
14.
14. You're kind of pumping away. 40, 50. It's gotten to a minute. You, knowing from time, you probably have one more check. You'll probably go for another minute before.
So I try. I try.
Are you coming over? You can assist if you want with breaths and stuff. So he's
giving you a help action.
So he's giving you the help action. So you now have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're doing this, the girls are kind of looking at you. What is it?
Don't need it. Don't need it.
What was it?
It's a 20, boys.
20!
It's a 20.
Okay, so you're there, and you're kind of then getting into the groove, and you're like, don't die on me! And you're getting into a proper, like, Holby City, The Good Doctor, or, medicine kind of style, dramatic CPR. I won't give up on you. And you give him one slap across the face. Immediately turns over. It's not over. It's never over. And he's still not looking at you. Still looks defeated. But he's kind of like, he's still coughing and everything. He's still coughing and like that. As you kind of resuscitate him, you see the girls are now behind you, kind of holding hands. Just like they kind of stop the crying, but the tears are still flowing a little bit. And you do hear over the room, no, not yet. I'm not done. This is not how it was supposed to go. And you see him once again charging now from the box, round the stairs, quick stepping, and now sprinting towards you see him now sprinting down the stairs. As you turn around and notice him, you hear and you see a very long sword appearing out the back of Cassie. As blood now spurts out, you see your wife, Milo, immediately scream out, just no! Impet screaming out, just not sure, shaking, kind of stepping back as you both turn over. You see blood dripping down the side as he's from Bastion, as it looks like he's kind of like just bit his lip or bit his tongue, and it's just like foaming at the mouth. Anger. Sing. Wipes his sword off as Cassie drops to the floor. You then see... Make a perception check, both of you.
18.
18?
Yeah. God damn.
I got 2.
You got a 2? So you're shocked by this. The fact that he's just killed your wife after all this. You're seeing her dead on the floor, just bleeding out. You kind of crawl over to her, kind of hold her in your arms, kind of shocked what's going on. You see Milo, you see your wife as well, kind of walk around and kind of hold her arm and hold her head as well. You notice the blood moving. It starts making its way through the cracks up to the box. Do you still have that piece of parchment on you that had the numbers on it?
Numbers on. I didn't write it down, so I don't know what the numbers were.
I believe you did. You got at the very start of the campaign, or the second episode, you got a parchment slid through the bottom door. Previously,
it says, "Survive the room, find the keys." I'm sorry.
Yeah, and
that's what it said.
The numbers, and there was a numbers on the back of it. The number was 999,998. That number has now changed to 999,999. And he kind of looks at this and then immediately turns to you all. So close. So close. And he goes diving forward. Is there anything you want to do as he comes charging forwards? As you're all bundled up together? As he is now full sprint charging towards you again. He's only about 10 feet away, so you've got like a second to react.
I want to run towards him and try to get under his sword hand. At the same time, pull out the gun that I have in my back pocket and try to put it up under his chin as he's swinging down. Hopefully I do this fast enough that he doesn't cut me.
Make a... do a dexterity check for me. So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
I have not been doing good on dexterity. Okay. Alright, guys.
Alright. What did you get?
A 4.
A 4?
No way.
Oh, no.
Fucking don't die on me, dude.
So as you go charging towards him, he looks directly in your eyes wide, and gets ready before tripping on a block that's covered in blood, slips forwards, which gives you the chance to then just dodge the sword and go straight underneath the chest. No word of a lie.
What is that? A 1? You got a 1?
I got a natural 1. Okay, so you immediately get him in this position, you've held him at the side, and you've got the gun underneath the chin. What do you do? As he kind of looks at you like...
I fire.
You fire?
Shoot.
The room goes silent. As you fire off this weapon, all you see... blood in slow motion splatter out the back of the head. As Bastion's eyes go wide. Then roll back. Landing on the floor. And in a split second, you're kind of taking a second to realise it's over. Is this over? Make a perception check, please.
All my rolls have been terrible.
Both of you make a perception check.
You too, Rudy.
What'd you get?
20. I got a natural 20, then plus 2, so 22.
Okay. Natural 20. Rudy, what'd you get?
I got a...
Say that again. 15. So you both notice, as he falls dead on the floor, you're holding the pistol in your hand.
I got a 15.
You got a 15? The blood starts moving through the cracks, up to the coffin, seeps inside, and you immediately start seeing glowing from the casket. Runes on the side, weird language you've never seen before, kind of lighting this room from what was just darkness and spotlights. Deep dark red fills these chambers as you then hear a poof as the lid bursts off the coffin. As you now hear pathetic young boy. He had no idea what he was getting into. You see a hand come over the coffin. Skeleton. But as the blood runs over the fingers, you start seeing kind of muscle start to attach itself. Made of flame as well, like kind of fire is singeing the blood into muscle onto the bone. You see another hand over the other side, as you see another head come on. As you see, like the kind of the essence of the blood seems to seep into the mouth, and it's used to kind of fill the chest and the rib cage. As you see this skeletal figure covered in this crimson blood now, but you see it kind of reversing backwards from decay. Muscle is starting to appear on the body. Flames are what is being used to create the muscle, as this head and body kind of creaks its way out of the coffin. You hear the voices also in your head, as well as echoing around the room as I am complete. Soon I will take over. What do you guys do? As you see this thing just like crawling out as slowly as it can, but with rush. I would say make an intelligence check, both of you, if you want.
Okay. You still have the cross, right?
I want to shoot it, dude, if you have one bullet.
We only had the one bullet.
Yeah, the one bullet.
Oh.
I remember last time you told me it was one bullet.
One bullet. There was one bullet.
No,
Sorry.
I'm
not.
Perception 5.
I thought it was intelligence.
Intelligence,
Oh,
sorry. Intelligence, yeah.
Okay. Got -1 on that. I still got a 5. I still got
a 5 too.
Both got a 5?
Yeah.
Wait. We have this, and it's... Well, one of you pulls out the cross with the spike, or with the spike chiseled into it. One of you has this handful of garlic. Whoever had the garlic when they brought with them. You're like, I have this. Wait, I don't know if this will be useful. And you kind of look at and you don't know what's going on, but you know you've got stuff. As this thing is slowly now crawling out, and it's slowly...
I throw the garlic, because it was in my pocket. I throw it, and then I start reading, because I remember I tabbed the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start reading from the Bible. Richard, you have the cross, so...
I'm defending him with the cross while he's reading that. I'm right in front of you, so...
So you're going up to the coffin to do this, or are you staying back? Because it's on a platform at the moment at the back, behind the 2 cylinders. You have the 2 cylinders, stairways, and then you have a platform at the back of the room.
Oh, grab the sword.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the sword.
Okay, so you quickly
I'm running straight over to that body and picking up the sword that he dropped.
And I'm reading from the Bible, reading from tabbed verses that I think might be useful.
Okay, so you're reading from the Bible. As you're reading through these words, it seems to be having no effect. You're reading, nothing's coming from it, no magical essence, nothing. She's still rising out of the tomb. She's now kind of leaning over, and it's now hands are off the carpet. You throw the garlic, and it just bounces off the blood.
Oh my god.
Nothing. And you kind of see her, like, her arms come off the side and start raising up gracefully. Head tilts back.
That's all, Richard.
And she's almost complete. Muscle has now connected onto the bone and everything, and it's now starting to form skin. As you see this red essence, this kind of red foggy mist kind of emanating around her and seeping into the mouth and into the nose, deep into the lungs. There is one item you've not used.
The underwear?
What have we not used? Sweet garlic, Bible, cross.
So let me just double check. So what? So you used. So you've got it. God. You kind of hold on. Okay, so you see David kind of looks towards you. He tilts over. The heart. Stab the heart.
That's all. Let's hear, Richard. Go for the heart, Richard.
You see this woman. My time is nigh. Sweeps her hands, and hair starts to form on the top of the head. What are you guys doing?
Richard, saw you.
You're going for the heart. So you grab the cross.
Charging.
You kind of run up, sprint upstairs, make an attack roll. So just roll the d20.
Okay.
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Okay.
So strength check.
D20 was a 9, plus my strength, which is a +3, so that's 12.
12. So you kind of go charging up, you leap, and Milo, you're kind of watching this cinematically as it kind of is almost appearing in slow motion.
He looks so cool.
You're just there like
shirtless and everything. I'm all
yeah, shirtless and everything. Milo, you're watching him go across, and you're just going. As he goes traveling, and you strike straight into the chest. You let go. The cross is still there. You see her go. No. No. And now glowing comes from the cross. Beams of light appearing out through the body, through the skull, before. No. It sends you back, Richard, into the wall on the other side. You take 2 points of damage just from hitting the wall. As it hits you, and you're winded. And after the explosion, silence appears in the room. You kind of look towards each other. And you look over. You see David on the floor, and he's like, "It's over." Looks at his hand, and you can see his skin is getting fresher. From what was shriveled hands, grey hands, is now starting to get younger and younger. And you see his body is getting younger and younger and younger, to the point where he's getting to the point. It looks like a young boy. And you look at his face, and you recognize the face as Benjamin Rain from the missing posters so long ago. That's one of the first missing children, or the one who made the story famous. He kind of turns over, looks to you both, and he's like, "I can go home. Thank you." Before it disappears in a mist. You're kind of looking round, and you see your wives, and they're kind of looking at each other.
Wait, Hesse's alive?
They both disappear in mist.
What the
And you both look at each other before you see the building kind of disappear into dust, as you both watch each other's faces fade away before you're woken up and you are in a familiar auction room, as you hear and see bidding on a familiar house. As you see, no one is taking the bids. You kind of looking around. You look back, and you do not see. You do not see David in the background where he was before. What do you guys do? As you kind of look at each other, and you're back in this room. The same house has popped up. No one is bidding. You seem to be in a very familiar situation.
I don't know what to do. I think I just start laughing. I asked Richard, do you know anybody named David?
You both, yeah, full memory of David.
Oh, so okay, so that happened. Or
You
I don't know.
I call my wife. First thing I do is call my wife.
Okay, so you run out and you call your wife, and she goes, hello? What are you doing? You said, aren't you at an auction right now? Hello?
I hang up.
Oh, yep. So she's just there. Hello? And hang up.
Damn.
I would like, since I'm going to say you ran out of the room to take the phone call, because it's quite rude to take the phone in the middle of the room. Richard, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Seven.
What was that?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, you look at the board, and the house looks different. It's not old. It's not decaying. It's different. It's just a nice house. It's the same house, but it's a nice house. And it's just it's still a weekend away, but it's a nice house. Are you guys?
Is it a picture of the house or is it the actual house?
It's the picture of the house, and it's a nice refurbished house. Really well done.
So
I would say as well, Richard since I got Richard to do one, Milo, make an intelligence check.
Okay. Just bad rolls, man. Another 5.
5. So you kind of think to yourself. So you're kind of looking through your phone, scrolling through. No insurance has been taken out. That still seems safe. I will say with a 5, I'm going to be nice. There are no missing children posters. No missing people posters. None of that.
I walk back in and I find Richard. I'm like, we gotta go check out that house, man. Would it be possible for us to get in a car and go check out the house?
You can make a bid. No one's bidding on it.
Oh, we can't just drive by it.
Oh, you can do. Yeah, if you want to drive by. I thought you meant bid. Yeah. I'll say then, for the sake of brevity, the auction ends. You make your way to the house. You kind of drive up, and you're met with an older gentleman with very nice kind of not blonde, like a dyed blonde, but also going grey hair, kind of nicely done. And you see a guy kind of open the door as you kind of park up and go to the door. You kind of go up the driveway, since it's an open gate this time. It's not a locked gate. The grass is lovely and done. The trees are blossoming. You got a beautiful water fountain up front that you drive round, and you see an older man going, "Hello there. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting guests. You Richard? Milo?" And you recognize this gentleman as Benjamin. But he looks a lot like David, but a very nicely dressed up David. Very smart David. He's like... He immediately kind of starts weeping and just embraces you both with a big hug. And...
Can you tell us what's going on here?
I wish I knew. I don't know. Thank you, though. I'd seemed to go back. I was in my bedroom again. Just thank you. And immediately brings you in, and he explains to you how the house is now an orphanage. He's done the house up very nicely. He's He offers you an evening meal if you want it. And yeah, everything seems to be really good. And that is where we're going to finish our mini campaign of A Weekend Away. Woo!
That was good.
What the heck? You left us with, what, 2 health? I had 3?
I
Yeah.
had 1.
Honestly,
I had 1 health.
You pushed it though. Like I came up with so many endings, and you pushed it. But I'm not gonna explain all that. I'm gonna leave it. So I'll just say thank you guys for playing. Did you guys enjoy that? How was that for your first mini campaign?
That's good.
That was great. I was twisting turns, flowers. Just if this was a stage, I'd be throwing flowers at you right now.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so a big thank you, before we kind of leave here, a big thank you to everyone that's been watching this and enjoyed watching the mini campaign, enjoying the mini campaign. Thank you to you two for joining in with this and making it as fun as it was. Hopefully we get many, many, many more campaigns in the future. If, for those that are watching, are interested in doing one of these mini campaigns, please feel free to email. This channel is for everyone, anyone that wants to get involved, anyone that's just looking to get started in this game. Please email us. We'd be more than happy to have you. Our group, our little family that we have here is growing, and it's amazing. It's great to see everyone just getting along. We do have another mini campaign coming up in the future, so please keep an eye out on the channel so you can see what that is. There will be a video after this, so please, if you have any questions about the campaign or any loose ends that you want tying up, we're going to do a little kind of Q&A where I'll answer any questions that these two have for me about the campaign. So please watch that. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll try my very best to answer every question that you have. All spoilers will be ruined in that one. Definite spoiler warning. So big thank you for you two. Thank you again for Midnight Syndicate for making making this campaign sound so awesome. And we will see you in the next one. All right, say bye, guys.